What is up, everybody, and welcome back. Episode 5 of our Conquering Career Mode of KSP. Last episode, we upgraded our launch pad to level 2. We already have our mission control to level 2. Tracking stations to level 1. We need to upgrade that here soon so that way we can get our maneuver nodes and patch conics and flight planning. So that is key there. Also, we need to upgrade our astronaut complex so that way we can have our Kerbals perform EVAs off of the surface of Kerbin. So first, we're going to go ahead and go back to mission control and take a look at our contracts. The main one we're going to go for today is orbit. We're going to try to still be following Mike Abin's career, his is the absolute beginner's guide to KSP. In his episode 4, he built his rocket to make it to orbit. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be building our rocket to attempt to get to orbit. Again, this is only going to be the third rocket that we're building, actual rocket. So we already have quite a bit of stuff unlocked. Now, depending on our part situation, because the rocket that Mike Abin used was, by my count, about 37 parts, and we are not able to do that as of yet. So we're going to go ahead and start out with this. We're going to go all white on this guy, just because we're going to orbit. So with our Mark 16 parachute, wrong button, shift to scroll in. Excuse me. I'm gonna do mine quite a bit differently than Mike Abin did. I'm actually gonna put a crew cabin on here, so that way we can haul 2 people into space with us. And then from here, we will put our heat shield, which we're going to go ahead and do the 625. I would do the 125, but I'm not sure if we're really going to need the 125. Plus, we have a contract to haul the heat shield into flight above Kerbin, so that'll also take care of that contract while we attempt to achieve orbiting. So yes, we got our heat shield. We're going to get our TD12 decoupler. Bam, put that over the top of that. Now, we could put a service bay. See, now Mike Abin put a service bay. Instead of this, we had the 125 heat shield and a decoupler, and then a service bay with all of his science and batteries, and then a materials bay, which we do have a materials bay. It's also down in our science junior, which I do want to take one of those because I haven't used that yet. So that's going to be our main source of science for this. I don't know if we can store anything in there. We're going to attempt. What can we store? Where's my toggle tool? Okay, we can't store anything inside of it, but it's not stopping us from storing it on it. but we'll see about this in a minute. So there's our science junior. Now, we need a way to get this into flight. So we're gonna go to our, whatever this is, the FLT 200 fuel tank. It's the same one that Mike used in his video. We're using 3 of those as well, and we will go ahead and use that swivel engine. That's one of my favorites as well. We're gonna go ahead and look at our vacuum delta V just to see. We're only at 1700. We need, the magic number is around 36. So we're gonna keep that in vacuum for a second. We'll scroll that guy down so we can actually see what's going on here. And oh, we're gonna need fins to control this. Oh, there I went freezing again. We're only at 10 parts, so keep that in mind. We still got 20 parts, and we're getting ready to take 3 of them right here. Basic fins. I want those lined up pretty much with our command pod. That's just personal preference, because I think, you know, that's straight up. Then you have the 2 off to the lower left and lower right. Let's see, now we need more thrust. We're going to actually only do a 2 time. We have our snapping on, and we're going to attempt to go right there in between those 2. Bam. Now we're going to go ahead and copy those. And we'll come to the same spot right. Oh, that might not work. We might have to do 4. Yeah, I'm not really liking the look of that. I don't like how that looks. So we're gonna move those there. Now we'll move those there. Let's see. Probably right there on. That looks a lot better. I like the way that looks. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do 4 of these as well, but we're gonna offset them to there. Like that. So now we will have, let's zoom out a little bit. And toggle our symmetry back down. We're gonna try out these BACC thumpers. Get those lined up as much as possible. Nope, we don't like that. Alright, here we go. If I can do this. Oh. Okay, cool. And it's sitting. Oh, and it's sitting at a good spot. Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. We're still only at 1730. How is this possible? Oh, because we're decoupled. Alright, what's going on here? Where did it, where'd those other, oh, they weren't even staged. Dang it, okay. So we gotta zoom back in here. Oh, look at that, almost right on the money. I would like that to go down just a little bit. Oh man, I had to do it, didn't I? It's gonna be so much harder to place now since I messed with it. There, can we? Thanks, right there. Now. Right there in the middle. Good, good. That looks good. Alright. I would like to move those up to there. Thank you. That's better. That's a lot better. Okay. Now, we really don't need a whole lot more thrust. So we're trying to get to that 3600 mark. So we might go with 2 of these hammers and see how that goes, because this is a lot lighter of a craft. That gives us 3614. I really don't like that. I really don't like that at all. That doesn't seem like it's enough. We need 3600 minimum. I don't really want to, I want, oh man, I don't know what to do here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and try to line our thumpers up there. That looks pretty even. I think those are a little bit lower, but I don't think it'll be too bad. We actually do need to lower those a lot. So we're gonna move. I don't like when it does that either. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that, but we're gonna move those down. We don't need to be quite that far. Let's go there. Yeah, that's a little over the halfway point. Right there. Nope. How is that not lined up the same? See, this is what I don't get. Alright, okay. I think that's lined up a little bit better. They don't look as clean anymore as they did. Yeah, you know. We're gonna get some new ones on there because yeah, I don't like the way those are looking. We're gonna go up there, and again place these up there. This is all just personal preference. You don't have to be this precise with any of the measurements you're making, or any of the crafts you're building for that matter. Yeah, right there. Where and this is such a hard fairly close. It's gonna be a little off, but we are gonna have to still move these down. Hopefully that there went in the same direction. That is good. Is it okay? Alright, so that should all be pretty square. Where are we at part-wise? 22 of 30. We still need aerodynamic nose cones. Where are we at for aerodynamics? Right there. Switch that over. Okay. I don't know why I have such an issue with that either. It doesn't like to lock into the symmetry. That right clicking also goes backwards. I didn't realize that. Okay. But we have 38 860 is not too bad. We can get into a pretty high orbit at that point. Let's move those two into that. That is those two. Okay, so bam, bam. Actually move those up, because then at the same time that those release, then that will fire, and then we can release that at the end. Or parachute there. Okay, so we're only at 26 of 30 parts. We can put 4 more on. Now, as I said, I do want to put one more science, at least one more. I'm going to put a mystery goo. Not utility, science. I'd like to have a mystery goo container. And we'll go ahead and put it there. Now that I think about it, I don't know if they're going to be able to EVA. But we're going to take the press map barometer as well. We'll go ahead and put that right there. And I believe we have a drogue chute and a radial mount parachute. So let's take a look at that radial mount parachute really quick. 7 deployed effective diameter, fully deployment altitude 1,000 meters, semi-deployment minimum pressure 0.04, which is definitely above 9,000 meters. What is the max safe deploy speed at home? 264 meters per second. So as long as we can slow down to relatively around there. How many parts? We have 2. So let's do a drogue chute. We will slow ourselves down with a drogue chute, and then we will have a radial mount parachute to go along with it to help slow us down. And actually, let's switch the locations. Actually, I don't think it's really gonna matter. They're all gonna be pretty much flying the same direction. So what I could do, this will make us a little heavy on this side. Can counterbalance that with the barometer on the other side. So you can see, I'm lagging quite a bit. We don't need all that pinned. So let's put that there just to kind of balance her out. Okay. As you can see, we went over our 18-ton limit, which is why we needed to upgrade the launch pad. We are still at our 30-part limit. Empty crew cabin, electric charge required but not generated. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted. Okay. So yeah, let's remove a fin. Put it 3 times. And we're gonna have to try to, you know what? Let's place these manually. There it is. Okay, so we're gonna place this one here. Oop. Really? Oop. Alt left click. Thank you. Can I have it? I want you. You know, I guess we're gonna have. You know, that's as good of a spot as any. It's a little high. This is why the symmetry nodes come in handy. Thanks. Didn't I just have that? What is going on there? Getting really upset with my computer right now. Alright, okay. I knew we had another set of fins in there somewhere. So now let's put that back where he goes. Thank you for going where I wanted you to before you lagged. Wow. Alright, this is, yeah, so we're gonna have to end this one, unfortunately, here. I don't understand. My computer's normally not like this. Like I said, we went through the whole, what was it, 16 episodes? And it didn't lag one time. So, I don't know what's going on, but what I did want to do was, I don't even know where it's at. Oh, it would be electrical. Our rechargeable battery pack. I don't know how it's rechargeable. It can be placed inside of inventories. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and put that there. That still keeps us in our 30-part limit. And should be, we have, oh, we need to adjust. Let's see. I remember right, Mike Avens was 1.34. And then it went to, actually, we need to change that, because this is supposed to be 2.06 in vacuum. So, open that back up. We need a 2.06 in vacuum. 2.15, just a little too much. 2.05. I think, let's see, what are we at? 1.34. 2.05, that would work. 2.05, 2.15 is what I would like to be. So we'll go ahead and keep that. Now we'll go to these. And we'll cycle down, and we're going to try to get it right above. We're going to go to like 2.15, 2.16. Somewhere right in there. Where are we at? Okay. Jump down just to 2.21. Now we can start getting more detailed. 72, 2.16. That'll be perfect. What were we at on this one? 76. What if we go to 76.5? What does that make it? 2.06. Perfect. See, that's what I wanted. Okay. Total, we have 4,000 delta V vacuum. So we should easily be able to get to space and stay in space. We shoot. We got Jebediah in there. Perfect. We are going to put Bill and Bob, our scientists who can supposedly clean these experiments. We're going to see how that goes. Alright, now, everything else should be pretty decent. We got our 30 parts. We are gonna name this the Skipper. No, that was the last one. Skipper was the last one. This is the Jumper, because we're going into orbit, man. That's what this is. We're going into orbit. So this is a beginner orbiter. We should have our delta V in line. I do actually, before we do all this, let's see, that's our radial drogue chute. Yes, okay. I want the radial drogue chute to go first, then this main this big parachute, because we can put that at 0.02 or 0.2, which is about 9,000 meters above Kerbin. We can take a look at our contracts. First of all, we got the radial mount parachute. Oh, that was the radial mount parachute up there. Okay, dang it. 4,000 to 10,000 meters. Right there is a 9,000 we can pop it at. We are going to put that up to about 1,500. Just want to make sure we're in that speed range, really. This one is the other one I wanted to look at. The drogue chute, between 5,000 to 9,000. So we want to be, we need to pop it between 5,000 and 9,000. So we need this to be at 0.2 in the altitude. Okay. This one needs to be lower than that. Let's say 0.3. And we'll have that at 1500. That seems okay. This one will leave. We'll do 0.2 as well. You know what? We should have those all at a 0.2. Where's that one? 0.3. Because it should be able to pop at 9,000. And then we want this one to fully deploy by the time we hit. Well, we'll say 1,000. Just because we don't know what we're gonna come back at. I think that is everything we need. We're gonna have the heat shield. We're gonna be testing our, we're gonna haul the Mark 12 radio mount drogue chute into flight. We're gonna attempt to test that, and we're gonna attempt to go for orbit. So that's 4 out of our 7 contracts if we can get them. So, and we'll go ahead and leave the VAB real quick before we go. We already talked about the need to upgrade the astronaut complex to perform EVAs. So it is going to cost us $75,000 to upgrade that, which isn't too bad compared to the $150,000 for the track station, which we're going to need that here soon, as well as that to be able to do more parts on our craft and then unlock basic action groups. That's going to be really helpful when we're performing science as well. So first, we're going to go ahead and upgrade this because I want my Kerbals to perform EVAs on our orbit. So we upgrade that. We are down to 163,000 funds. That's the craft that we will be launching in the next episode, attempting to reach orbit for the very first time. For me, it'll be my very first time reaching orbit in Kerbal Space Program, so it's going to be fun. Thank you, Mike Kerbin, for your detailed guides and for the, opportunity to create an updated career guide to help follow along with your beginner's guide. So thank you all for watching this episode. If you enjoyed, please light up the like button for me, and if you would like to stay up to date with the channel, spark up that subscribe button and ring the notification bell if you want to be the first in rotation in the next session. If you would like to join the community, the 420 community, I will have the Discord link down in the description, and you can just come and hang out, talk. We can jump in some games together, and whatever. Just have a good time. But yeah, thank you all for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and until the next adventure, stay toasty, my friends.